Hey everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of Close Look. I'm your host, Kevin Atwell. I'm downtown Vancouver today on this beautiful, gorgeous, sunny day, and I'm getting a chance to talk with a very young and talented individual by the name of Anish Gill. First of all, I want to say thank you for taking the time to be on our show here at Close Look, and I guess my first question to you is going to be, are you originally from Canada, or did you come from abroad?
No, I'm not from Canada, actually. Now I'm a Canadian, but I'm from Suriname, born and raised in Suriname, which is in South America, well, a little country.
That's interesting, South America. I kind of have I'm quite familiar with the map of South America. Whereabouts for our viewers is Suriname located? I can't say I've ever heard of Suriname before.
It's a very small country again. It's on the coast of South America. It's right above Brazil and beside Ghana and French Guiana.
And you were born there?
Yes, I'm born there.
Okay, and your parents moved there from India, is that correct?
That's correct. My dad came approximately now 35 years ago, and he's still there.
And so how old were you when you left Suriname to come to Canada?
I was 20 to 21 between there.
And how old are you now?
I'm 26 right now.
So you've been in Canada for about 6 years now?
Yeah, exact 6 years. That was actually yesterday.
Well, congratulations, I guess it's your anniversary.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks.
And so in the last 6 years that you've been in Canada, what have you sort of achieved for yourself?
A lot, I would say. I'm pretty happy so far.
Very good. You seem very happy. Okay, let's just take it step by step. When you first came here, did you go to school?
No, I actually sat at home for 6 months. I had nothing to do. And then after I got a job at Superstore. Did that quite a bit, I think, for 9 months. And then after I started a part-time job at Opa. It's a fast food restaurant in Nanaimo.
Oh no, that place is a Greek souvlaki place.
That's right, exactly. It was in the food court. And so did it quite a bit, both sides, Superstore and Opa. Then after just Opa, got interested in it. And yeah, I own an Opa now.
You now own an Opa. So you worked at the Opa in Nanaimo. Is it true that you ended up buying that Opa from the boss?
Yeah, he became a very good friend of mine actually. And yeah, I ended up buying it because he was moving to the States. So he gave me the choice of having a chance of owning an Opa.
So now, is it fair to say that you're a Greek cuisine master?
I would still not say that because everything comes pre-made. But yeah.
What is it that you do there?
I grill it.
Okay, good enough. And where's the Opa that you own now?
It's in Vancouver downtown on Burrard Street.
Very cool. Now, have you always been interested in the food industry?
So far, yes. I love cooking myself, so I think I would say yes for it.
Oh, good. That makes two of us. And when you were growing up in Suriname, the visions that you have for yourself now here in Canada, I'm assuming that they're a little different now than when you were growing up. So as a child when you were growing up, what did you sort of aspire to be when you grew up?
Totally something else. Not in the food industry, not in Canada. I totally thought I was gonna live in Suriname for the rest of my life. But suddenly we just had a plan to come here and it did work.
So you thought that you were going to live in Suriname for the rest of your life. Occupation-wise, what did you think you were going to be doing for the rest of your life in Suriname?
My dad had an import and export business, so I was quite involved in it. So I thought I'll be continuing with it. But yeah, everything changed it.
Yeah, good stuff. And so what sort of education do you have under your belt?
I did MBA in Suriname and came to Canada. So nothing after.
So you did your master's in business administration in Suriname. Any sort of formal training, education here in Canada?
No education. I had a couple of trainings, so I had to own the restaurant. Training from the head office, a little bit food industry and food safe for sure. And that's it pretty much for in Canada.
Very cool. And is it like a full-time job, sort of 7 days a week? How often do you work at Opa?
Not 7 days anymore. It's 5 days for me. I do work there Monday to Friday. So that's it pretty much.
So being in the food and beverage industry, I'm aware that it's very cutthroat. Our family used to own a restaurant, and there's definitely ups and downs in the industry. Has there ever been a time where you've sort of, in your endeavors in the food and beverage industry, ever had shortcomings? And if so, how have you sort of moved forward with your life, and what motivates you to keep going forward after a fall, since falls are it's a reality of life?
Yeah, I had ups and downs, so I think I'm moving forward passing them through. I'm not taking them like as a daily perspective to keep reminding it. But for sure, I tried my best to come over it. And yeah, for daily basis, we do get a lot of challenges. You have sometimes some customers which are not always happy. But yeah, we try our best, and I learn a lot more from them actually, because I think in Canada, since I moved here, there is a lot of customer service, while we didn't have that back home in Suriname. It's just a learning curve. So
yeah, absolutely. Is there one specific instance that you can remember, something that really still stands out in your mind when it comes to an interaction with a customer that really sort of rubbed you the wrong way?
Yeah, I had food in my face once. Yeah, but
actually, I shouldn't be laughing. That's really not funny. But can you tell us a little bit about how you ended up getting food in your face?
Yeah, I think the person wasn't happy, but there's always a way you can explain it. You don't have to come in and throw it in my face. But yeah, I took it calmly, and I calmed him actually down. And yeah, and he felt that he did it wrong thing. So I think he's gonna learn out of it, and I learn out of it too. So how to control myself while having food in my face.
I think you did a great job managing it. Not only did you calm him down, but you probably left him walking away feeling like not such a smart person. And you also learned something on the other hand. That's fantastic. And so who's your support network here in Canada?
My wife, I would say. She joined me in 2008. So since then, we work together. Yeah, she's been a support so far, I think.
Good stuff, good stuff. And where did you meet your wife? What's her name, by the way?
Her name is Preeti, and I met her in India through, actually it was kind of arranged. So yeah, and we got married, so I think it worked pretty good.
Very cool. And does she also work at OPA, or does she sort of, is she involved with your food and beverage industry, or no?
She is 100% involved. We work together from open to close, and I think we enjoy it so far.
Wow, do you ever get sick of each other sometimes? You see each other 24/7.
I don't think so. It didn't go so far yet, but I think we talk a lot more at work, while we don't do that probably at home. we take it easy at home, because we talk probably everything at work because we're together. But yeah, it's fun actually. I would say some friends of mine, they take it like I can't work with my wife, but I enjoy working with her.
Well, fantastic. That's great. I'm so happy for you guys that it actually works out. I mean, some people I know would just be like at each other's necks right about now, but not you. That's really good. So in the last 6 years, not only have you moved to 3 different geographic locations, but the communities in the society and just the regional culture is so different. From Suriname to Nanaimo, small town vibe, to Vancouver, big city vibe. How have you coped with those changes?
It was quite challenging. I actually enjoyed Nanaimo more.
More than
Vancouver. For sure not Suriname, because it's my hometown. I enjoy Suriname the most, but
just before we get to the challenges, why Nanaimo? Why would you think living in Nanaimo was a bit better than Vancouver? Just asking.
The space, for sure. There is actually, I bought my house in Nanaimo. And I had quite a bit of space because it's a house there and 2-car garage and all that. But since I moved to Vancouver, I moved to an apartment which is way smaller than my house in square footage. So
I'm guessing it's a 1-bedroom?
It's a 1-bedroom, and the square footage of what my apartment here is was basically my master bedroom and my master bathroom in Nanaimo. So I think the space was quite challenging, but I'm getting used to it now. Liking it so far, and it's actually fun too in Vancouver downtown. It's a totally different vibe here, and I think it has this different style of living here and then Nanaimo, but I would still choose for Nanaimo, going back.
What about the people?
People too, in Nanaimo they're kind of more calm. They're more relaxing, while people here, they're in rush. They need
always on the go.
Yeah, they need to go to work. They need their food faster than in Nanaimo. I used to take a little more time in Nanaimo, while not here anymore. But yeah, I think it's working out so far.
Is that sort of one of the challenges that you see as well, moving from a small community to a larger city? Is just time?
Time, more aggressive here, I would say. And I think the other thing too is that it's more crowdier here and then Nanaimo. I think Nanaimo is only 80 to 86,000 people, and I don't know, there's way more here, I think.
That's fair to say.
So that's quite a bit. I'm challenging day to day, but it's going good.
I mean, you're 26 years of age, you already own a business, you're living in an apartment downtown Vancouver. I mean, if you ask me, you're doing pretty well for yourself. I hope to be in your position one day, and I'm sure I will. What sort of goals do you set for yourself, let's say 5 years from now? What goals have you set for yourself?
I would like to retire.
5 years from now?
Yeah, I think so. I'll try my best to work for that, but I'm pretty sure we can't retire so soon. We keep working longer in Canada. And I think the scale is getting up and up. While it was 60 before, it's 65 now, you retire. But 5 years from today, I would say to become a millionaire while working very hard for it. There are ways for it, but yeah, looking forward for that.
Good stuff. Hard work definitely does pay off.
Exactly. Yeah, there is no other way. I think if you keep working hard, I think you can achieve your goal.
I think you will. I know you will. Do you plan on opening up more OPA franchises?
I'm quite a bit involved now. I hope I can open more, but getting more involved in the franchise head office themselves. Try to help other franchisees, and I think that's more what I'm focused on right now. So I hope I can keep going with more restaurants, but because restaurants is more headache, taking more headache. But yeah, I think quite a little bit mix and match.
And so, growing up, your parents must have been quite supportive. Do you remember any sort of words of advice that your father had given to you? Any inspirational words of advice that still stick with you to this day?
Actually, he keeps inspiring me every day. We talk every day over the phone, and I explain him what I'm doing day to day, and I think he is the backbone of mine too. Like, I mean, he's standing behind me. Anything coming up or down, he helps me a lot with that.
So from your father to yourself, and from you to our viewers, because I'm sure we have aspiring restaurateurs watching, what are some words of wisdom you can say to them to let them know they could be one day where you are right now?
I would say keep doing what you like of doing. Like, I mean, don't do something that you don't like. And I would say don't change your profession every time. If you are really much involved in them, I think try harder and harder to go deeper into it. And I think that's the key of success. So far, I think for myself, that's what I've done. I mean, I came from a different place, and I totally accepted the food industry and kept going into it deeper and deeper. Now I think I'm pretty happy so far. So I would say if you're working hard, it's definitely going to pay off one day.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us here. It was wonderful talking with you, and I wish you best of luck in your future endeavors, and hopefully to come to your restaurant one day and then try grilled pita.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, take care.